semi-final time in the One Play Pro Club Challenge. We know we'll have one Singaporean finalist, but which one? It's Rojak Futbol against Tiki Taka, next live on One Play Sports. Good evening, friends, One Players and Pro Clubbers all over the world. We are into the business end. It's the final week of One Play Sports Pro Club season, a week that will see almost $5,000 given to the teams that triumph. There's runners-up prizes, but let's be brutally honest about this. It's first or nothing at all. The semi-finals of the One Play Pro Club Challenge begin tonight. We've already seen one semi-final of the One Play Sports C Nations Cup that witnessed Malaysia qualify for Sunday's showpiece. Who will they play, Thailand or Singapore? We'll find out the answer to that question in the East Wing of the One Play eSports Spectrum tomorrow night. But this Tuesday evening, we are coming to you live from the West Wing of the One Play eSports Spectrum. And I have to tell you, I'm positively moist at the thought of the excitement that lies ahead in the game that literally everyone is calling El Singapuro. It is a battle between the two best pro club teams in Singapore to book their place in the final. Alongside me, the main man to help dissect the action, analyse everything that happens on that FIFA pitch. He is the godfather of gaming, the prince of pro club, the first admiral of FIFA. And I want to take you back in time to 1960 when a young Stan Lee sat down with a pencil and a piece of paper and started drawing what would become the Avengers. If this man had been alive in the 1960s, Stan Lee would have gone to one character. He'd have drawn a picture of this man, then ripped it up, and Thanos would never have been seen again. He is Nitin, the notorious Nambier. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, man. That's very interesting. Why do you think I'm like Thanos? Just
No, I'm saying you'd have been the Avenger that would have basically defeated Thanos. He wouldn't have needed all those Avengers.
Okay, yeah, that's true,
You're
man.
every Avenger rolled into one.
I am the best Avenger if, you know, if that was the way we were going.
Now, we usually wait to tantalise and tease you with the team news a little bit into the show, but we must start with a big bit of breaking news regarding Tiki Taka. Let's have it, Nitin.
No overload. Eh?
No overload?
Hey, overload is Tiki Taka. Hey, why are you doing this to me? Yeah, sorry, what's the breaking news about Tiki Taka? There's nothing breaking about Tiki Taka.
Well, they're going to play a team without overload.
Oh my God, this guy is just setting booby traps for me, guys. Constantly, I'm telling you.
Let's get serious. Rojak are without overload, who has been their talisman. He scored that golden goal in extra time against Ankatsuki. We've seen Tiki Taka, remember, not concede a goal through this competition, and now Rojak, their opponents tonight, shorn of arguably their best striker. What's the reason, Nitin?
I do believe he's serving national service. So thank you for your service to the country, but I'm sure your team will be missing you. Yes.
Well, you'll be seeing him tomorrow then, won't you?
Why?
Well, I'm assuming with that haircut, you've been called up for reservist.
Nah, I just wanted to look sharp, you know, for the final days of our two tournaments, the Pro Club Challenge and the C Nations Cup. We are coming to the closing phase of our One Play Sports Pro Club journey, and it all ends on Sunday. So do join us every day this week, because it's going to be some top-notch action night, 11 p.m. every day.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. We've got semi-final tonight, semi-final tomorrow, semi-final Thursday. We'll have a preview show for you on Friday night, and then our grand finals weekend. The action is non-stop from now until Sunday at midnight when we crown our One Play Sports C Nations Cup champions. Great to see. The Facebook page is buzzing already, LSFC. We'll come to that in a second. I'll give you some shout-outs as well, but we need to get down to business and tell you where we are at with the big bucks on offer this week in the One Play Pro Club Challenge. There you have it. 1,700 Sing dollars in the prize fund. 800 to our champions will crown on Saturday. The runners-up halve that money to 400. The losers from both our semi-finals will get a chance to play out for $300, but they all want the golden prize. There'll be a player of the tournament and the goalkeeper of the tournament prize decided by the godfather of gaming, Nitin Nambier, who is going to be completely impartial. I don't want to see any of your friends winning those prizes, Nitin.
Yeah, of course not. And, you know, to be honest, the goalkeeper of the tournament, you know, it'd be mostly judged on clean sheets, of course, but for the player of the tournament, I am currently undecided. So if someone steps up during the semi-finals and the finals, they could very well see themselves in the reckoning. Yeah,
already some great contenders for that. Danny Buffer, the Tiki Taka goalkeeper, on 5 clean sheets already. It would have been 6, but he lost connection in the other game. Tiki Taka, that incredible defensive record of not conceding in now over 540 virtual minutes of football. So tonight is the Pro Club Challenge, but we switch back to the One Play Sports C Nations Cup tomorrow, where the prize money is even bigger, as you'd expect for an international tournament. 2,500 in the prize prize fund. There are now just 3 teams left in it. Malaysia already booked to the final. Singapore and Thailand will battle it out for that second final slot tomorrow night, live 11 p.m. Singapore time, GMT +8. Please take note of the earlier broadcast times on Saturday and Sunday. We're with you from 10 p.m. That's because we'll be bringing you a double header featuring the 3rd and 4th place playoffs and the grand finals themselves, and all the games, Nitin, this week, as they have been every week since we started way back at the beginning of April, have one thing in common. What is that?
They're all live and exclusive on the best place to catch Pro Clubs action anywhere in Southeast Asia, the One Play Sports Facebook and YouTube page, and also show some love to our One Play Sports esports page that has just started about a month ago, so we really appreciate your support there as well.
And show some love to Nitin's Facebook page as well. At NitinNam2 is where you can catch the Godfather of Gaming with all his thoughts and little clips from what's been a fantastic Pro Club season so far on One Play Sports. Just to break down the prize fund for you for that One Play Sports C Nations Cup, there you see, talk about big bucks. $1,000 for the winners, $750 for silver. The 3rd place team take home $500, and there's big bucks on offer as well for the golden boot, $125. That race currently led by Shamir of Singapore. But wow, Wang Ping will be on his tail tomorrow night, quite literally. The golden glover will walk away with $125. And if you still want to be part of our pre-show, if you're Singaporean, if you're Malaysian, or if you're Thai, your country still needs you. In fact, and the 3rd and 4th place teams as well. Send us your video singing the national anthem, play it in the background on YouTube, and film it in landscape. Send it to studio@oneplaysports.com or WhatsApp it to +65 9721 7756. And my glamorous assistant now will demonstrate what we mean by landscape. It's incredible how many people don't know this. What's landscape, Nitin?
You know, I'm just going to use my phone.
Yeah,
It's
good, great.
landscape.
Portrait.
Portrait.
Landscape.
Landscape. This
Portrait.
is landscape.
Portrait.
This is portrait. So
Thank you
please
for
send
that.
us your videos like this.
LSFC, like, share, follow, comment. We've been interactive all the way. We've built a community, which is what we're all about. Connecting communities and creating heroes. LSFC. Let me get some shout-outs here because the Facebook page is buzzing. Shout-out to my dear friend Nicholas Child from the Singapore Turf Club. He's here. Cassidy is with us as well. Jasper Tan. Hi, Patrick and Nitin. Hi, Jasper.
Hi,
Good to have you with us. Our dear friends at VPG Virtual Pro Gaming are with us, although I'm a bit concerned about our tournament director, a late arrival to the studio and tournament headquarters tonight, but Yusuf's been a superstar all the way through. Kyle Neo says, hello, my guy Patrick. Hello to you, Carl. Great to have you with us. Shafiq, and you as well. Shafiq says, let's go Tiki Taka. Li Shun Fu. Hi, Pat. Hi, Li Shun Fu. Jasper Tan loves my description of Unit, and they're all lapping it up. And he says, if Nitin is Thanos, Patrick, you'd be Stan Lee himself.
Wow.
That's very high praise.
My
High praise.
God.
Li Xuan Fu wants to know where Nitin got his haircut. Do you want to you might get a discount at your barbers if you start
Sure,
advertising
yeah, I got my haircut at the Golden Rule. Sufyan cut my hair, and he's a really good barber.
Jasper's on the side of Rojak tonight. We've got Adlins with us as well. Come on, my favourite player, Sani Ramat. We'll be cheering him on for you, Adlins. So much going on. Fizz Arif is with us. We've got Amma Hafiz, Rizwan Shafiq. We've also got Kamal Janludin, and lots of them getting involved. Keep the comments coming. Kevin Chow says, are you British or Australian, Patrick?
Australian, obviously.
Do me a favour, mate.
This guy's a mate.
I'm British through and through. Fox Crew is on fire. Another player that we'll be seeing in action tonight.
Crew's on fire.
Right,
Your defense is terrified.
I like what you're doing there, man. Do you give us another verse to that?
I don't know what's the next
Fox
verse.
Crew on fire.
Your defense is terrified. After that one, I don't know, man.
Well, you've got some time to work in it while I talk people through the bracket.
Sure.
Let's run you through where we're at in this One Play Pro Club Challenge as we reach what definitely is the business end. We've got 2 semi-finals coming your way, one tonight and one on Thursday. We're guaranteed a Singaporean semi-finalist, but which one? Rojak Futbol, who've done everything they can to get themselves knocked out, but they are still standing, as Elton John used to say, and probably still does. And Tiki Taka, who've got to this stage incredibly without conceding a goal. And remember, Rojak, the big news without overload tonight, who started national service. The semi-final on Thursday means it'll either be Singapore against Malaysia or Vietnam in the final. Amigos! Arriba, arriba! Andre!
Arriba!
Against Brotherhood Vienna Vietnam, who are oh so impressive in their quarter-final on Saturday.
Nice.
So it's looking sharp, isn't it? We've got a big weekend coming up with the 3rd and 4th place playing games and the grand final in both competitions. But we can now, with the time rapidly approaching 10 past 11, get stuck straight in to tonight's big matchup because it really is. I talked about being moist earlier, and I wasn't kidding. Lick your lips, Nitin.
We got a tasty encounter.
Never mind finger licking good. This is FIFA Pro Club licking good. We have got two teams, I think safe to say the two best club sides in Singapore, Rojak Futbol and Tiki Taka. They'll play, of course, now over two legs. Rojak at home first in the theatre of Rojak. Then we'll switch to the Tiki Taka Stadium. And bearing in mind Tiki Taka's defensive record, oh, how crucial could away goals turn out to be in this game, Nitin?
I think not just this game. I think the whole competition, we've seen how important away goals can be, and it's very important to try and get an away goal, especially in that first leg. It kind of sets you up, in terms of the second leg, you'll have a pretty big advantage. So away goals are key. Away goals apply, and hopefully today we don't see away goals settling, the match.
We've seen it more than a couple of times, and of course on two occasions we've gone to golden goal extra time. One of those matches did feature Rojak. The man that got that golden goal was
Overload.
And Overlaid is missing in action. Overload is missing in action tonight.
Overlay.
But as Nitin says, overlay.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, talk us through the team news, Nitin. The starting 11s are in. There's no overload, but that doesn't mean there's not plenty of quality on the pitch for us to dissect. And remember, both these teams, incredibly, despite the fact Singapore are in the semi-finals tomorrow night of the One Play Sports C Nations Cup, contain 0 Singaporean internationals. There is one Malaysian international. He's already looking forward to the final on Sunday. That's ex-Bucky in the Singaporeans ranked. But incredibly, Nitin, none of these players lining up for Singapore. Maybe that's Singapore's problem.
Yeah, but I think that is an issue, and hopefully these guys volunteer to be part of the Singapore team in the future, because they're getting good coverage on the One Play Sports page, and it's a good way to build their own personal brands as well. So hopefully they do get
You're all about the brand,
involved.
aren't you?
It's all about the brand, guys. Especially now, with social media, and all that. It's really important to showcase your skills, and you guys can do it on a bigger platform with your country. So okay, aside from all that, back to the formations. Rojak are playing a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, a very attacking formation. As mentioned earlier, no overload for them up front. He's got 5 goals in this competition, so he's going to be a big miss for Rojak. Players that I like from Rojak, Fezzi Max in goal is good. Rate of guts is decent. One of my favorite players of the tournament, ex-Bucky, is there in midfield. I also like Susu Pekat a lot. He's definitely a very creative midfielder. Mikami Brothers up front is a handful. And I don't think we've seen a lot of Dailelas so far, but he's got a chance to shine today, and I hope he takes it. With regards to Tiki Taka, they're playing a 4-3-3 today. You got to shout out those defenders. Danny Buffett, Saini Ramat, Yuns Di Percy, Zairi 26, and Mantoba have been fantastic in the competition. Clean sheets galore. Players that I like from them, attacking-wise, One Porcupine is a fantastic playmaker. Lixons and Indra do a good job in midfield. Luke Lazarev on the left is a creative player. Fox Crew up front, again, he's a fox in the box. And Fanon 11 on the wings is a real pain at times. So again, lots of attacking threat on show today. But Tiki Taka's defense is very solid, so that could be the difference today.
Yeah, Mick-Mac Paddywhack, a lot of pressure on his shoulders with the absence of overload. By the way, shout out our dear friend Fezzi Max, the Rojak goalkeeper. You've been a regular viewer. You know that Fezzi Max always puts his prediction on the Facebook comments section. And incredibly, in every round, he's predicted the reverse scoreline. So he said Rojak were going to lose by X scoreline, and they end up winning by that scoreline. So Fezzi Max, where's your prediction tonight? Well, we wait for Fezzi Max to give us his prediction. The man to my right, the star of the show. He helps separate the stars from the also-rans. The good from the bad to the ugly. Nitin Ambier's Players to Watch is on the way. Hit me with it, big boy.
Yes! It's that time of the week again, Patrick. Semi-final action, and boy, are we excited. First up, we've got Rojak's diminutive playmaker, Susu Pekat. Heavily involved in his side's attacking build-up, Susu Pekat found striker Overload with a cheeky pass in the box. This pass, however, blew my mind. A wonderful little drag back showing great awareness and timing to find Overload once again. It's a real shame Overload is missing today, as these two have an unreal connection. No Overload, no problem. Watch out for condensed milk, Susu Pekat. Tiki Taka's turn, and it's about time we gave the attention to one of their defenders. They have been phenomenal at the back, 540 minutes without conceding a goal, and a large part of that comes down to centre-back Yuns Di Percy. He got the winner in their round of 8 tie against the Hyenas of Thailand. A commanding header from the Maldini lookalike. Strong at the back and awesome in attack. Watch out for Yuns Di Percy.
Thank you very much for that, Nitin Nambiar. First-class analysis does not come any better than what you just witnessed from the godfather of gaming. I'm told we are very shortly able to cross over live to the theatres of Rojak. Fuzzy Max, conspicuous by his absence on the predictions here. Nitin Nambiar can't worm out of a prediction, though. Who are you going with, big boy?
I'm going with Tiki Taka 1-0 over the two legs.
A low-scoring encounter, so under 2.5 goals for you.
Yes, for me, it's going to be very tight.
Fizarif goes, don't let your defensive breaks. Indra Brev, also we must watch how he takes care of midfield. We've got Kama with us saying, let's go Rojak. Let's go the best striker, says Kama, is Fox Crew. I know Nitin's a fan of him. Fizz thinks Fox Crew is going to be man of the match. Hat-trick, says Amjan Faisal for Fox Crew tonight. Fizz is with Tiki Taka. Mohammed Hadi is with Fox Crew. We're about to go pitch side. And also, let's go Micmac Paddywhack from Syed Sufi Al Qudsi. Keep the comments coming. We'll give you shout-outs all the way through. It's one for the ages, this. El Singapore Oko. It's La Rojak. See what I did there? Almost. Against Tiki Taka for a place in the grand final of the One Play Pro Club Challenge. The winners to face the winners of Amigos and Brotherhood VN on Thursday. We're pitch side at the Theatre of Rojak. Theatre of Rojak in the blue, playing left to right. It is Tiki Taka in the yellow-blue shorts, playing from right to left. A little bit of a colour clash on the shorts early on, as look, Tiki Taka try and push La Rojak forward, and La Rojak forced to go back to their keeper. Nitin's analysis of a low-scoring game at the moment, only 2.5 minutes in, doesn't look too forlorn. Here's ex-Bucky, what a star he's been for club and country. His country, remember, is Malaysia. Is the offside flag up here? Yes, it is. No, free kick in back play. A chance from a set piece early, Nitin, for the boys in blue.
Yep, a decent start from the boys in blue. Again, just 3 minutes on the clock, but you know, you can see they're not out here to defend.
By the way, Fizzy Max going for 2-0 to Tiki Taka, so we know what that means. It's going to be 2-0 to La Rojak. Fizzy Max, thanks to you, Fizzy, for coming up. We've got Amzin Faisal goes, my prediction is La Rojak 1, Tiki Taka 2. Jasper Tan, what's your prediction, Patrick? I'm going to go for La Rojak, even without overload. What do I know? Nitin's the expert. Here's ex-Bucky. La Rojak for me. Nice play, nice build-up play, and the keeper's going to have to come here, and he just about came in time. Did Danny Bufford.
Yeah, Danny Bufford there read the situation perfectly. Got the timing of his punch perfect, got it out of danger, so great job by Danny Bufford.
Here's inside, now inside the air in the La Rojak territory come Tiki Taka for the first time. One porcupine will be pulling the strings in midfield tonight. Nice ball out to that right-hand side. A chance now for them to pose problems down the right, but good work at the back by Raid of Guts. Gets it clear. Here's another player Nitin highlighted, Susu Paquet. 551 games, 445 goals and 254 assists. He's an all-round player. And in pro club terms of the kind of experience we've dealt with in this tournament, 551 games is almost novice status, Nitin. He's still got a lot of improving to do. Yep,
he's you know, probably missing a few trade points at the moment, but you know, he's playing so well. I don't think that really matters at this point.
Jasper Tan is with a 2-0 win for La Rojak. Keep the comments coming, Jasper. Nice to have you all on board in this all-Singaporean affair. Singapore will bid to get as a nation to the final of the One Play Sports C Nations Cup tomorrow night when they take on Thailand, 11 p.m. Singapore time, GMT +8. They're guaranteed to have a finalist in the One Play Pro Club Challenge, but we're still 16.5 minutes virtually in. Nowhere near finding out who that may be, but ex-Bucky's been able to pick their pockets there. Micmac Paddywhack, can he give a dog a bone here? Nobody can play it back. And they'll get another free kick. Tiki Taka getting a bit niggly with the fouls early, Nitin.
Yep, it's a real midfield battle at the moment. Both sides trying to assert themselves there, but I can't see anyone dominating as yet.
Nice ball over the top. Header comes in. And La Rojak unable to keep it in. It'll be a goal kick to Tiki Taka. So, as Nitin suggested, it looks like it's going to be a game of low scoring. And at the moment, 0 chances. That one ball dangerously floated into the Tiki Taka area, dealt with eventually by Danny Bufford. But La Rojak, for me, enjoying the early possession. They might have a chance here. Lovely work. And what about that defending? At the back was that Yuns Van Persie, of course, came up with a big goal for Tiki Taka in their 1-0 win against Hyenas.
Not just a big goal cap, the 2 clean sheets as well. So, you know, he's a threat both at the back and in attack.
Here come the boys in blue, La Rojak down the left. There's space for Micmac Paddywhack to play around with the ball here. Micmac Paddywhack cross comes in, and that's well cleared by Zai. Only as far as one with Zin, though. La Rojak building up ahead of steam. Ex-Bucky. Pressure. intense from both teams defensively at the moment.
You can see Tiki Taka as well have all their players behind the ball. Keeping a clean sheet is very important to their style of play, so no surprise there.
Remember, Tiki Taka now 566 minutes without conceding, and they still don't even have to face a shot there as Lazarev is out-muscled. Dialis does really well. Sousa Piquet to Exak, cross in, headed away, not entirely convincingly by Yuns. Now Luke Lazarev should be able to clear it, and does well. Finds Fennant in space. Fennant gives it straight back to Micmac. You can't mess around with Micmac. Paddywhack from that kind of area. Deflected! And just wide. Well, they gave Micmac Paddywhack a bone there, and he almost made them pay the price, Nitin.
Yeah, but they gave him a bit too much time on the ball. He managed to set himself, get a powerful shot. Deflected, could have gone anywhere, but thankfully for the Tiki Taka boys, it sailed over the bar.
If it's a boxing contest, you definitely have Rojak ahead on points at the moment. Micmac Paddywhack over the top.
Ooh.
And Yuns van Persie, who's not entirely been convincing at the back. Nitin, they've given it away again. Here's Ex-Bucky. Here's the Micmac Paddywhack man. Ex-Bucky on the overlap. Ex-Bucky inside the area, crosses it. Headed away by Yuns. And Tiki Taka at the moment are just about hanging on in here. Crucially, though, despite the fact they're ceding possession and territory, Nitin, they've restricted Rojak to not even half chances at the moment.
Yep, agreed. They've had a fantastic start, have La Roja. They're playing really well. They're getting their passes together. They're pressing high. They're making Tiki Taka make mistakes. So it's a great start for La Roja. But having said that, Tiki Taka have still managed to somewhat look comfortable in defending these attacks thrown at them from La Roja.
Shout out to our friend Frank Lucas, a real American gangster watching live on Facebook. Here's Suskopek. What's his name again? Sousa Piquet.
Sousa Piquet, also known as condensed milk.
Condensed milk. I think I'll go with condensed milk. It's easier for me. Siliang Mo. Here's condensed milk. Condensed milk inside to artificial sweetener. Tiki Taka at the moment, I think, just trying to get
some rhythm.
Sustained possession.
Yeah, they haven't got into a rhythm at all. As you can see, it's all a bit of... I mean, it's a mismatch of passes in midfield, and they keep losing the ball like this, which is very unlike them.
Micmac Paddywhack's goal side. Can he find a cross? There's not too many blue shirts in the middle. And Zai RTE does just enough. But again, we've seen this. It's almost a feature of when you watch the real Barcelona play. If you want to get the better of them, he just can't allow them any peace on the ball. And that's what Rojak are doing well at the moment. A strong, slick passing team like Tiki Taka are being crowded out of it at the minute.
Yep, agreed. They are doing a fantastic job so far. But having said that, each player has a stamina level, and if they continue to press like this for 90 minutes, their players will get very tired, and you'll see that in the last 75 minutes of the game. They won't have enough speed to do counter-attacks and stuff like that.
Fezzi Max with the first touch. Tale of attack and defence, says Syed Sufi. Which one will prevail? I can't even see Rojak's keeper, says Carl. Well, you just saw him there, Carl. Just as you typed that, Fezzi Max had a touch into the area.
Oh, good defending by Zai.
Great stuff from Zai RTE.
Oh, Sousa Piquet got past him though. Good skills.
Condensed milk very nearly got through. And what's the decision here? Well, the decision is half-time from the referee who's seen enough. And that 45 minutes, low on chances, high on quality. The virtual 45 minutes, which equates to 6 minutes of real time, literally fizzed by Nitin with just the one shot, that deflected effort wide. But no question, Rojak will be disappointed not to be in front at the break.
I don't think they can be disappointed not to be in front. They can be, there are a lot of positives for them. They definitely dominated Tiki Taka in that half. They won a lot of loose balls in midfield, so lots of positives for them. But in terms of chance creation, they haven't created enough. So I think 0-0 is a fair result. But as you said, if this was a boxing round, that would have gone to La Roja. But this isn't a boxing round. This is football.
Correct. It's played on FIFA, not in a ring. And the scorecards won't come into play here if it remains goalless after this and the next 90 minutes when we go to the Tiki Taka Stadium for the second leg. It will be golden goal extra time, and are we destined for our first penalty shootout of the tournament? That would be exciting, wouldn't it? Jasper Tan enjoying your analysis. Sick analysis, mate, he says to you, Nitin.
Oh, thank you, Jasper.
Kyle Neo making the point they are really missing overload. Well, that's an interesting point, but having said that, the defence from Tiki Taka has been so solid that I wonder if overload would have made a difference himself. One porcupine now, Tiki Taka starting the second half strong, but straight away, Rojak trying to break. Now, the worst thing that could happen to Rojak now is having not made that territorial and possession dominance pay in the first half. If they were to concede an away goal now, it would be an absolute catastrophe for them.
Yeah, immediately you can see Tiki Taka spreading out their left back and right back. They're looking for more space to try and negate this pressing from La Roja, and so far so good. 5 minutes into the second half, they've managed to retain possession quite well.
It's a great clash, isn't it? One porcupine against Ex-Bucky. And now Tiki Taka. This is the most impressive spell they've had in the game. Can they force a chance here? It really would be a smash and grab if they can score here, but they don't. They give it to the Rojak, who are intent on breaking at pace. Micmac Paddywhack gives the bone to Condensed Milk. Condensed Milk looking up for options. The cat that got the cream manages to get the ball to Iman.
Oh, they've got an overload here on the left. So what I did there?
Certainly did.
It was offside.
Unfortunately, they haven't got overload on the left, which is, Carl pointed out, might be their problem. Josh Lewis, shout out to our friend Josh Lewis from Wales. We are well, Josh. Hope you're safe over there in the UK.
What's up, Josh?
More pressure. The field's on fire, says Rizwan Shafiq. Saiful crew really enjoyed that first half as well. Tough game, says Iman. Penalty shootout would be fun, says Alif. Here's a chance.
Oh, good defending there.
Only to the edge of the area, though. One Porcupine, what can he do? Finds a man on the right. They're into the area now. Have to be careful with those challenges. This does look like the kind of game that could be decided by a penalty, doesn't it, Nitin?
Definitely. And again, it's going to be very tight. It will either be decided, in my opinion, by a moment of magic or a moment of madness, either a defensive mistake or penalty. That's how I see this game over the two legs being decided, because it's been very close. First half was all La Rojak. Second half, so far, it's been pretty much all Tiki Taka.
Kyon here says, Iman Gaskarth is the player of the tournament so far.
Oh.
Here's Micmac Paddywhack with the cross. Headed away brilliantly. He's had a great game at centre-back, Zai, for Tiki Taka. Game's much more evenly spread in this second half, though, Nitin. That is noticeable, isn't it?
Yep, Tiki Taka have started to use the width more. In the first half, they were all pretty much condensed in the centre. Second half, they made a tweak, and it's working well for them so far.
Ex-Bucky missing out to one Porcupine, then getting it back. What a tussle it is in midfield between those two. One Porcupine, though, is everywhere. Finds Fox Crew. Lovely ball from Fox Crew. Can they get the shot away? Could go anywhere. And they just about managed to get it clear. But Tiki Taka are improving, and if this trend continues into the second 90 minutes, they're coming back into this game. The Rojak unable to break the deadlock in the first half, and Tiki Taka now more than matching them in the second, Nitin.
Yep, Tiki Taka again made some adjustments at halftime, and it's paying dividends. They're looking really much improved in the second half, and they're looking like they might score, actually.
Here they come down the right-hand side. That's an inviting cross. I think whatever changes one Porcupine made at half-time has done the business. Shaiwal Rahman says, Chani Ortu, Samramat is my idol, solid all-round player. Well, there's some idols all over the pitch here. Micmac Paddywhack is another one. Oh, that's a giveaway. Ex-Bucky, though, and one Porcupine. That battle's tremendous. And now look at the space that Ex-Bucky's got. Over the top, he's found the runner as well, has he? Jens Van Persie manages to get it clear, and now Fennant tries to get Tiki Taka going at the other end. Just like that, we're almost halfway through the second half. Still no goals. A semi-final tie firmly in the balance. Remember, we'll go to the second leg at the Tiki Taka Stadium next. Don't go anywhere. We're with you all the way through till midnight here, and maybe longer the way this is going tonight on One Play Sports.
What was Mystic Max, Fezzy Max's prediction?
Fezzy Max went for 2-0 to Tiki Taka, which we know means 2-0 to La Rojak. Still can't rule that one out, but at the moment, you'd be surprised if there was 2 goals across 180 minutes. Remember, Tiki Taka now 611 minutes without conceding a goal. Surely that run can't continue. Surely it can't continue. Condensed Milk, and the flag was up. The defensive organisation here is brilliant.
Yeah, but Susu Pekat made a really good run there. Just, unfortunately, the pass wasn't timed correctly, but they are finding a way to break the defenses both sides, which is going to make things very interesting here.
Ex-Bucky spreads it through to Condensed Milk. Oh, lovely work from
ball.
Condensed Milk. Oh, he's got Micmac Paddywhack! And Danny Buffett with the kindness save that he's been pulling off all the tournament. But the Rojak start to knock on Tic Tac's door now. Mikami over the bar! How on earth have the Rojak not scored there?
Very unlucky by Mikami. Firstly, that first chance that he took the shot, I think he could have took another touch into the box, but good save by Danny Buffett. But after that, a good flick on from the corner, found Mikami in space, but he just couldn't keep his shot down, unfortunately. But encouraging signs for La Rojak here.
Micmac Paddywhack is certainly becoming a growing influence in this second half. You mentioned the energy levels of some of these players, Nitin. Maybe Tiki Taka's chasing in the first half is starting to tell. It looks like the Rojak are finishing the game the stronger. Condensed Milk, scrambling defence, but they do very well indeed. And they manage to find it with Fennant, who takes a heavy touch. And look at that for a battle of wits and wills. Iman Gaskarth over the top. It's a cracking ball. Keeper's got to come. And he does. Danny Buffett, top quality shot stopping as the cross comes in. Doesn't let them get the shot away.
We're seeing a 0-0 game here, but it's not been boring at all. Both these sides have, yeah, exactly.
It's flown by, Nitin.
It's fantastic stuff. Both sides playing really well.
Condensed Milk still. Tiki Taka holding firm. Now an incredible 622 minutes without conceding in this competition. Fennant Is there a late twist in the tail in this first leg?
Ayman has been fantastic in midfield. Honestly, as a CDM, him and Indra have been fantastic in these games. So
shout out to Din Siki, who says Luke Lazarez is my mention. Shout out to him.
What's up, Din?
Sam Jiva, our technical director. Shout out to the great work he's done technically for us. Is Luke Lazarev to the edge of the area. Not forgetting Victor, Sam's able assistant, who's been a big part of the production. Fed it straight at Fezzy Max. You don't beat Fezzy Max from that kind of distance, Nitin, unless it's either side of him.
Yeah, but it was a good effort by Fernando. A nice snapshot from outside the box, but again, no problems for Fezzy Max from that distance.
One Porcupine looking for an option.
Look at One Porcupine stamina. They're all
out on their feet.
Going low, yeah.
Yeah, Luke Lazarev. Is there a chance of someone going to take advantage of a tired pair of legs? One Porcupine, that's an intelligent ball to the left. Played straight in, the flag's up. No, Luke Lazarev! And Fezzy Max gathers as we go into the first of 2 minutes of added time. I don't think there's going to be a chance at either end in the remaining seconds to play out. We are going to go to the Tiki Taka Stadium all square in this absorbing encounter that has produced lots of quality but no goals. And the main objective for the Rojak is achieved in that they didn't concede the away goal, which means a goal now at the Tiki Taka Stadium would be oh so precious. But bear in mind, Tiki Taka are now an astonishing 630 one-play sports pro club minutes without conceding, and that second half was far more even knitted.
Yep, Tiki Taka made some adjustments, started to use the whiff more in that first half. Everything was, concentrated in that center, and La Rojak were winning the battle. So Tiki Taka made a nice adjustment to start using the wings more, and that paid dividends. They definitely grew into the game. They created a few chances, got in behind a couple of times, but no goals to show for it, unfortunately.
Shout out to Hisham from VPG, Virtual Pro Gaming's manager of Queen's Park Rangers. Great to have him on board. It's great to see so many of you here. Obviously, it's a Singapore fest tonight, this matchup being El Singaporico. But if you want to have your say or have a shout out, just leave a comment, because we're all about the LSFC, aren't we, Nitin?
Yes, like, share, follow and comment. We've built a wonderful little pro clubs community here in Southeast Asia, looking to build heroes as we always do, and hopefully a hero rises from the ashes tonight for either La Rojak or Tiki Taka.
I'd like to think we're all friends. I've embraced you close to my bosom, and we're really grateful for you being with us each and every night. Keep the comments coming. We'll have more shout-outs, and more importantly, we'll have the second 90 minutes on the way. Goalless after the first 90. We'll head to the Tiki Taka Stadium for the second leg in our first semi-final in the One Play Pro Club Challenge. Will it be La Rojak or Tiki Taka booking their slot in Saturday's grand final? Stay with us and find out very shortly.
The Summer FISU World University Games is coming to One Play Sports this June. A celebration of international university sports and culture, showcasing today's stars and tomorrow's leaders. Catch the highlights from the 2015 and 2017 edition from Monday to Friday, only on One Play Sports. Coming up on One Play Classic this week.
Welcome back live to the West Wing tonight of the One Play Esports Spectrum. The notorious one alongside me, the godfather of gaming, Nitin Nambiar. You predicted Tiki Taka going into the game.
Yep.
Any change of your opinion now? They get home advantage and they haven't scored the away goal.
Honestly, no change for me. I still think Tiki Taka will go through, but it's going to be very close. I predicted a 1-0 pre-match, and I'm sticking to the 1-0, but it could go either way. It could go to La Rojak as well. But I'll stick with Tiki Taka as I always do. I stick to my predictions.
Obviously, Vic, if you can do me a favour, can you throw up the preview frame for tomorrow's big match, the semi-final of the One Play Sports Nations Cup that sees Singapore take on Thailand? We'll be in the East Wing tomorrow night for that. We'll also be joined by The Rock, one of the Singapore squad, for a preview live at 10 p.m. Make sure you're with us for that. And if you weren't with us over the weekend, I'm sick to the back teeth of Nasri and the Singapore boys messing around with their lineup, trying to pick their friends. If anything illustrates the problem with Singapore Pro Club football more than what we're seeing tonight? I don't know what it is. Here we have 22 top-class talents. Okay, ex-Bucky's a Malaysian. He's playing for the Malaysian national team. Why on earth? You answer me this, Godfather.
Why?
Why are there no players from these two teams in the Singapore national team when the Singapore national team seem to be struggling?
The reason I got was that these guys are comfortable playing where they are. They are winning trophies with La Rojak and Tiki Taka, and they don't see the need to join an international competition at this stage, which I understand. But at the same time, as I mentioned earlier, it's about building your brand. These games are, broadcasted on a platform like One Play Sports, and you've got to try and jump on these opportunities and try and build your pro around these things. So surprising that none of the players are involved, but I understand it.
Well, you understand it. Nitin, as always, ever the diplomat. I'm slightly less understanding. I consider myself an adopted Singaporean, and I'm furious. I don't think Singapore have got what it takes to go on and lift this one-play Sportsy Nations Cup, and I'm putting my eggs where my mouth is. I don't mind if I've got egg on my face. I want Singapore to win, but you can't do it. If Singapore win the one-play Sportsy Nations Cup, I'm going to the shops tomorrow. I'm going to buy a dozen, not 6, nay, a dozen eggs, and not even free range. I'm going to get the cheap, nasty battery hem ones. And if Singapore can lift that trophy on Sunday, I will literally end up with egg on my face. I would put an egg on my face for every goal you win the final by. I don't think it's going to matter, quite frankly, because you're not even going to get to the final after Thailand kick your backsides tomorrow with Wu Wow Wow Ang Ping. If you want to see me with egg on my face, not that Singapore can do it, stand by for tomorrow night as they bid to get to the final. Anyway, back to Pro Club Challenge business. Pitch side at the Tiki Taka Stadium, we're about to go. It is La Rojak against Tiki Taka, goalless after the first 90 minutes, and an absorbing encounter of the highest quality. Answer me this, why none of these players playing for the Singapore national team? The Lions would walk it then. Malaysia already in the final. Will it be Singapore or Thailand to meet them? We'll find out tomorrow night. In the next 20 minutes, we'll find out whether it will be Singapore's La Rojak or Singapore's Tiki Taka that make it through to Saturday's showpiece in the Pro Club Challenge. Tiki Taka in the yellow, blue shorts, playing from left to right. La Rojak all in blue, right to left. And Nitin, I'm fascinated to see who you think gets the early advantage here.
Yeah, I'm not sure who will get the early advantage, but I just want to clarify on the eggs being put on your face. Am I allowed to throw these eggs at you?
If they win by more than one goal, I may give you an egg, but no throwing of eggs.
Thanks,
I'm going to be smashing eggs over my head.
Okay.
Sam's now telling me, what kind of country is this? He says, you can't buy a dozen eggs, you can only buy boxes of 10.
Yeah.
You can't buy a dozen eggs. What kind of sorcery is this? Luke Lazarev, Tiki Taka on the ascendancy early, trying to win the corner cutely. But Ayman Gaskarth, he's had a great game so far, gets it out. But Tiki Taka are starting this second leg strong. You get the feeling, as Nitin said, one goal might decide it. And there's a set-piece opportunity for Tiki Taka right on the edge of the area. 22 yards out. Who's going to pull the trigger here? It would have to be something special to beat Fezzi Max from this range.
They're going to play it short, I think. But let's see. We haven't seen a free kick goal at all in any competition so far. Be nice
Are
to
we
see
going to see one now? You
really.
Can't beat Fezzi Max like that. Fezzi not maxed out to get to that one. See what I did there?
Yeah, but not sure what the plan was there. The shot came in quite central, and I might have saved that as a keeper. So weird one.
Inside 10 minutes, Nitin.
Yeah.
And
9 minutes
at the
on
moment,
the clock.
this is almost a reverse of what we saw in the first game, where La Rojak dominated the opening 10 minutes. This time it's Tiki Taka. Duncan Elias, the principal presenter, brackets Singapore, close brackets of One Play Sports, who says, is the egg smashing going to be live streamed? Of course, Duncan.
Yes.
We're going to be doing it straight
Please
after the
join
final.
us, bro.
But there's going to be no egg smashing. Singapore couldn't win a raffle at international football, but it's almost like watching a real international team. Tell you what,
Sam, cut his mic. Sam, cut his mic.
grandchildren, Nitin, will have been through national service before Singapore next win the Suzuki Cup. And why should the One Play Sportsy Nations Cup be any different?
I can't disagree with you there, but I hope that's not the case. You know, as Singaporeans, we're always hopeful that.
But I'm an adopted Singaporean, but I think they need a wake-up call. I hope this is a wake-up call for them. I'm trying to help. Meanwhile, La Rojak not playing with the same fluidity we saw at the start of the first game. Ex-Bucky, those pick their pockets there. Ex-Bucky to Micmac, Paddywhack and Zai, who's had such a stunning game at the back, is the last line of defence again. Carl Neo says this is a game of two great keepers.
It is a game of two great defences as well. You know, all 22 players need to be given credit, in my opinion.
Ball over the top. Oh, Danny Pumper
Younes
getting in a bit of a mix-up.
Good
and
defending.
They were lucky to get away with that, Nitin.
Yeah, good defending by Younes. He took charge in that situation. His keeper couldn't quite get to the ball, but Younes got a fantastic header away. And as he's been throughout the tournament, another fantastic start by the centre-back.
Shout out Dins Hassi says it's a great match the first leg, and the second leg Tiki Taka will go to the final. That's Nitin's pick. Tiki Taka at the moment, well, will it go to golden goal extra time? Remember, the only team that's got experience of that is La Rojak. They got through Ankatsuki all the way back in the round of 32. by the Overload golden goal.
But where is Overload?
He's on his national service. Respect to Overload for serving his country.
Respect, bro.
Country before pro club. One porcupine, giving it to ex-Bucky. Oh, and ex-Bucky's giving it to Fedden. They've got some numbers up here. Raid of Guts, that's a brave back pass, and Fezzy Max is forced to belt that out for a throw.
Yeah, Fezzy Max didn't really appreciate that. It was quite a random back pass, but, you know, dealt with well. They've got possession back, so no worries.
Here comes Rojak, trying to work it through. We haven't seen much of Dialis lately. He's had to drop very deep there to get involved in the game. Raid of Guts. Dialis, obviously, they're not exactly like replacement for Overload, as they get caught offside just inside Tiki Taka territory.
It's hard, you know, when your top scorer in the tournament, you know, is no longer there. Imagine a side like Tottenham playing without Harry Kane. It's a totally different way of playing. So I think that's what La Roja have found out today.
Who's going to be their Son, though, if you're going to make the Tottenham
Exactly.
analogy? Surely you'd expect Micmac Paddywhack to turn up. There's shades of Son about Micmac Paddywhack. Iman Gaskarth, he's got in a midfield congestion there. Oh, great tracking back by Daelis. Here's Condensed Milk with a through ball. They should have this covered, though, as Zai gets it back to the flawless Danny Bufford, and Danny Bufford finds a man. But again, they've given it straight. Ex-Bucky's absolutely everywhere. There's been some real workhorse performances all over the pitch tonight, Knitted.
Telling you, these guys, 22 players on the pitch today are putting in so much effort and concentration into the game. It's not funny. They're trying to read their opponent's moves. It's fantastic to watch.
Ultra Pro Esports are responding to my criticism about the selection for the national team. Hi, Pat. Selection for the Singapore national team is based on our league players leaderboard. Sadly, the Rojak players did not submit their weekly performances, and Tiki Taka did not register to play in our league. Maybe FIFA 21, we can see them donning the national kit. That's great you respond. That's what we're all about, Ultras Pro Esports. And what I will give credit for is the community of gamers in Singapore. An absolutely tremendous bunch of lads. Obviously, a lot of the time we're only having fun and games. None of it's really meant to be taken seriously. Now, having said that, I'm bloody serious about smashing the eggs over my head because I can't think you can do it. There's my challenge. Prove me wrong. The boys at Ultras Pro Esports, who I know want to win this C Nations Cup more than anything else. Micmac Paddywhack.
Oh, good play.
Paddywhack with a square ball. And Condensed Milk can't get the shot away. Shout out. Give a shout out to Ultra Pro Esports.
What's up,
Great
boys
guys.
from Ultra? You know, I watch you guys on Facebook quite a bit. Continue your streaming that you guys do. It's great work.
And I want to speak to Nasri. I'm going to try and get Nasri on the preview show one of these nights, because I want to know why Nasri keeps changing the teams. Now, be honest, that's something you don't agree with, the team selection.
Of course I
changes.
don't. I don't agree. But, you know, they finished top of the group, so it's hard to sit here and criticize someone who finished top of the group. But if they do get knocked out by Thailand tomorrow, you will hear my side of things.
You'll get nasty, Knitted. You need to be more like Simon Cowell on American Idol.
Really?
Yeah, no golden buzzer for you. Jens van Persie over on the near side. Tiki Taka. This game is short on chances. I'm being told by my producer, who obviously watches Gurney television, that the golden buzzer is the X Factor, not American Idol. You get my gist. Carl Neo says, I can sense the nerves in La Rojak here. Can you sense nerves in La Rojak?
Not really. I think La Roja are playing confidently.
Giving it away there, though, to Fennon. Commentators curse. Can Tiki Taka get moving here? They can. Fox Cruz only got one man in support. Fox Cruz needs to hold this up. He's got support herring up down the left-hand side. Fox Cruz with a mazy run has found support. Here is iLive, and he is dispossessed. And the defending from La Rojak has been top quality. McMahon, Paddywhack, both these teams loath to commit numbers forward now, Knitted.
Both these teams look like they will not concede today, even if we play another 3 games. That's how I see things at the moment.
If that's the case, we'll be going to a penalty shootout. Here is Condensed Milk. Condensed Milk gets it back. Here's some space for Isak to operate. Condensed Milk, oh, lovely tackle. Beautiful tackle, and Luke Lazarev takes us up to half-time, and it's another 45 minutes without a goal, and I'm just doing the maths. 630, 675 minutes now that Tiki Taka haven't conceded.
How crazy is that? You know, we've seen so many top teams, we've seen so many top individuals.
We used to go on about the trade ticket, he conceded plenty.
Yeah, but, you know, he made some great saves, you know, some vital saves for his team.
But I think Danny Bufford would be the first to say, obviously he's made some great saves, but he's protected so well by that Tiki Taka defense.
Yeah, Saini, Yuns, Zai and Mantoba have been fantastic throughout the tournament. But, you know, shout out to La Roja as well. Fezzy Max, Ozio, Raid of Guts, Alan and One wise yen,
And
one with Zien.
Iman Gaskarth, the player manager, had a great game as well. By the way, guys, Jasper Tan and Kyle are getting involved in it. We're all friends here, bros.
You're fighting.
Well, no, Kyle said it about La Rojak nerves, and Jasper Tan is a La Rojak fan, said, what are you talking about, Jasper? Guys, do me a favour. Will you kiss and make up? Send each other a kiss emoticon on the comment section. We're all friends. Make love, not war. That's what One Play Pro Club Action's all about.
Yeah, we're just trying to create communities and build heroes, guys.
Yeah,
Relax,
guys,
don't fight, guys.
send each other a kiss, like a man kiss, not like a girly kiss.
I'll send you guys a kiss.
Condensed milk. Here come Tiki Taka. So the Rojak now try and exert some dominance. Did we have any clear-cut chances in that?
Not
first
at all.
half? Didn't have it. It was all played in the middle.
But guys, let us know in the comment section if you think there's going to be a goal in this half and who you think it's going to be by, because I have no idea.
Who is this VPG Rivaldo? He says this is like watching paint dry. This is high-quality pro club football, son. If you don't enjoy it, go on your way. This is how we do things in Southeast Asia. It's high on quality, none of these cheap 7-goal thrillers. As we get a free kick given to Tiki Taka. None of this cheap. We're about quality here, my friends. This is the tactical masterclass on display by both teams. You Philistine. It's not all about big scoring games. Who is VP? Yusuf, tell me who this VPG Rivaldo
Oh
is.
my God.
As we really had that mistake that Nitin was talking about. Yusuf, tournament director, who is VPG Rivaldo? He's another player from where?
From Brazil.
In VPG. He's not in Asia. Well, you're very welcome, VPG Rivaldo, but come on, I want a kiss emoticon from you now. We're all friends here. We want a penalty shootout, says a fifth.
It looks like that's going to happen, bro.
Abbas says, La Rojak, come on. Carl Neo says, condensed milk will be the lone scorer.
Interesting.
Oh, look, Jasper Tan says, all right, I love you, mate. And Carl Neo sent him a kiss.
Oh! They've got it!
Fox Crew!
Oh, my Lord!
Tiki Taka make the breakthrough after over 3.5 halves of football. 54 minutes in, and it's Fox Crew that gives Tiki Taka the advantage. But remember, La Rojak can still go through with an equaliser, but it's advantage Tiki Taka, and we now won't have extra time, Nitin.
I can finally sing this. Fox Crew's on fire. Your defense is terrified. Fantastic finish, found himself in space. Oh my God, I don't know how he found himself in space, considering La Rojak had been fantastic at the back, but he found himself in space, calmed himself down, found the corner. No chance for the keeper. 1-0 to Tiki Taka.
Bezzy Max's prediction won't come true tonight, but they can still go through with a 1-1 draw. But can they regather themselves? I think one thing, obviously, in the Rojak's favour is that goals come relatively early in the second half, and they've still got time to compose themselves. What they can't do, though, is concede again. 1 point.
Oh, Fox Crew's on fire! Your defense is terrified! Oh, my Lord!
With 2 goals in under 10 virtual minutes, and surely that has put Tiki Taka's place in the final. Incredibly, they are now an astonishing 700 minutes without conceding a goal, and to go through, La Rojak will have to do that twice in less than 30.
That is just crazy. Tiki Taka just turned it on in the last 5 minutes. Fox Crew found in space twice and found the side netting twice. Fantastic stuff of Fox Crew. A lesson in how to finish by Fox Crew.
And here he is again. He's on a hat-trick, of course. We've seen plenty of hat-tricks from Micmac Paddywhack. We've seen hat-tricks from Overload. We haven't seen one from Fox Crew yet.
Oh!
Fox
Crew's on fire! Your defense is terrified! What a man!
Fox
Oh my
Crews with a 15-minute virtual hat-trick. 54, 61, 64. And this is game, set, match. The boys of Tiki Taka are tap dancing their way through to Saturday's final. And La Rojak have no answers, Nitin.
You know, so unlucky for La Rojak. I hate when this happens, when, you know, a team scores 3 goals or 2 goals in a blitz, basically. And it happens sometimes in FIFA, but full credit to Fox Crew. His finishing has been on point. His skills have been on point. What a man.
And shout out, VPG Rivaldo has sent me the kiss, and he's now enjoying the game. There's the surprise.
Hey, this Brazilian likes goals.
Yeah, shout out to Fox Crews, who's given VPG Rivaldo from one of the other VPG communities outside of Asia an insight into just how good the quality is. They finally conceded. Condensed Milk pulls one back. They've got 22 minutes to get 2 more. And
my
finally, Tiki Taka's defences are breached. Over 700 minutes without conceding a goal. La Rojak have done it, Nitin, but is it too little, too late? Or can they get back into this? They could score again. They need 2 more. Condensed Milk over the top.
There is still time, but it's very unlikely because I know what Tiki Taka are going to do. They're going to retain possession. and they are fantastic at doing that. So it's going to be hard for La Rojak. They'll have to press high, they'll have to win the ball early, and look to score at every chance they get. So good luck, La Rojak boys. You have about 20 minutes.
Incredible. Here's condensed milk. He's got it through to Micmac Paddywhack. How was Micmac Paddywhack not giving the dog a bone there? La Rojak should be 3-2 down, not 3-1. Will they get a better opportunity than that to put the nerves up Tiki Taka in the closing stages? He should have scored.
I don't think he could have done better than that. It was a very close effort. He got it very close to the side netting, almost got it in, but...
He didn't even have for a corner. What are you talking about?
He didn't. I think it just whizzed past the post.
Fox Cruz.
I'll never know. We've got a weird angle here.
Ivan Gaskarth, optic an illusion. Micmac Paddywhack, that's a nice ball. Condensed Milk's got one. Does he have his eyes on another? Finds ex-Bucking. What defending that is. Mansobar doing the business. Tiki Taka now will probably like a fourth goal just to put this to bed, because La Rojak, to their eternal credit, are not going down without a big fight here, Nitin. Here's Micmac Paddywhack. Micmac Paddywhack inside. Zai with a good clearance, and he gets some meat behind the ball as well, and finds the hat-trick hero Fox Cruz in space, but Fox Cruz is dispossessed. Look how much work ex-Bucky is doing. Nitin, he's everywhere. Condensed Milk. Micmac Paddywhack over the top.
Oh, well defended.
And Tiki Taka head it clear. And now Fennon. Oh, he's given it to
play.
Ivan Gaskarth, the player manager. Oh, that was the wrong call. And Raid of Guts up to help out. Can't make anything happen.
Fennon now will show the pace that he's got. Oh, no, good defending there with one with Zin.
Yeah, one with Zin. He's had a good game down that left-hand side. Ironically, it was through the middle that they ended up being undone, La Rojak. And now the clock is not their friend. There's less than 8 virtual minutes to play here. They've got to score 2 more.
Hey, we got lost on the fact that La Rojak scored and Tiki Taka's clean sheet streak is over.
Oh, I said that.
Oh,
Over
you did?
700
Oh,
minutes.
cool.
Yeah, try and pay attention, for goodness sake.
I don't know. I was too busy singing Fox Cruz on fire.
You're gearing that one up for the final. We'll be singing it again. Tiki Taka on this display are going to be putting the fear of God into either Amigos or Brotherhood. Is this going to be the exclamation mark deflected and over the bar? But it will give them a corner and an opportunity to run this clock down, Nitin. VPG Rivaldo says Micmac Paddywhack is having a nightmare here. This is the night of the fox.
It is.
Shout
the
out.
nine-tailed fox. If you're a fan of Naruto, we've just seen him today with Fox Crew.
Ridwan Shafiq says this is the night of the fox. This has been an absolute masterclass in this second 45 minutes of the second leg. And La Rojak are clearly now going down, but they're not going down with a fight. They can lead the tournament with their head held high. And don't forget, Nitin, they have the chance to play for 300 Singapore dollars in the 3rd and 4th place playoff on Saturday.
Yep, it'd be great to see La Rojak still, one more time before this competition ends. I think they've carried themselves very well. Even during this loss, they've continued to try to score. So be fantastic to get to see them one more time.
Yeah, and they've really given it their all, but they were just undone by some clinical finishing from Fox Cruz. I think it was 10 virtual minutes he scored those 3 goals in, and bearing in mind how tight the game had been to that point, that's simply astonishing to score 3 times in that period.
It is. I think that first goal kind of shook La Rojak's defense, and they haven't been able to recover since. But ever since Fox Cruz got that hat-trick, it's been all La Rojak, but a little too little too late.
VPG Rivaldo says that Fox is class, I have to say. I'm sure you concur with VPG Rivaldo, Nitin.
I do. And this VPG Rivaldo, what team do you play for, bro? Would you like to play a friendly one day?
Yeah, ask us what area you're in. We'll hook you up with the Godfather of Gaming as the referee blows for full time.
Boom, boom,
Tiki Taka have gone
well
through by
done.
3 goals to 1. All 4 goals over the 2 legs. Scored in the second half. A 10 virtual minute hat-trick for Fox Cruz in the second stanza. There was 1 reply from Condensed Milk from La Rojak, but it was never going to be enough as Nitin Nambiar talks you through some real highlights in this second leg.
What a game it was. What a game in that first half. It looked like none of these teams were going to score over another 5 games as well. But everything's changed in the second half. Fox Crew, also known as Frankie de Jong, found himself in space there. First goal, a fantastic left foot finish, finding the corner. No chance for the keeper, Fezzy Max. This was the second goal. Again, a great run from de Jong. Or should I say, Mr. Fox Crew 10. Again, finding the side netting. And this was the third one. It showed a brilliant skill. Ball roll. Took the shot. Found the side netting. Fox Crew's on fire. Your defense is terrified. Well played, Fox Crew.
And this is the
This was
response
Supercat's goal.
from Rojak.
Again, one of the shortest players on the pitch, fighting to find some space.
And watch that, it's a collector's edition. The first time in over 700 minutes of One Play Sports Pro Club action that Tiki Taka have conceded, but they'll be pleased it came after they'd already scored
And this
3.
was Mick-Mac Paddywhack.
That was the one I thought he should have done better. It did go quite
It was
far wide.
close.
It wasn't. It was too far wide. Mick-Mac Paddywhack wants that back.
Yeah,
Incidentally,
unlucky.
must mention
Good
with that
game,
hat-trick for Fox Crew, he's up to 5 goals for the tournament, scored from the penalty spot in the round of 16 and also scored a goal against Decisive in the round of 32. And I think he's fired himself to contention, depending on what happens at the weekend, in your Nitin Nambiar's Player of the Tournament, which brings with it $100 Singapore cash prize.
Yep, a fantastic performance on Fox Crew, takes his total up to 5. He's definitely in the running for Player of the Tournament at the moment. Again, I mentioned earlier, I haven't got anyone in mind, so if the semi-finals, people want to step up and, become a hero, this is your time, and you could end up with a nice little cash prize at the end of the tournament.
Flirt with Nitin, the judge.
Flirt with me.
Tony Chopper's watching with a shout-out. Tony Chopper, Carl Nero goes, that third goal was insane. Yeo's enjoying that result. Fizzy Araf saying, sweet dreams, my boy Fox Crew. Afif, Fox Crew getting all the plaudits. Shafiq says, Tiki Taka just turn out turbo mode. I had trouble catching my breath. It really was breathless stuff, wasn't it? It's a great comparison. Abazar is enjoying it. Rizwan Shafiq as well. The one and only Fox says Iman, and great again to have our friend from VPG, Rivaldo, checking out the action. Right, this is what it does to the bracket then. We now know the identity of one of our One Play Pro Club Challenge finalists. Tiki Taka go through to Saturday night's grand final that started at 11 p.m. Rojak, not all is lost for them. They'll have a $300 cash prize to play for in the 3rd and 4th place playoff. The question now is, on the right side of the draw, which will be joining Tiki Taka and which will be joining Rojak? Amigos of Malaysia or Brotherhood VN? Who do you think's going to end up where? If you could look into your crystal ball, Nitin, and tell me who's going to make up those 2 big grand final games on Saturday night live on One Play Sports.
I will go with Amigos versus Tiki Taka in the finals and Brotherhood VN versus Rojak Futbol. Again, I'm not looking down on Brotherhood VN. I know you guys might think I always predict them to lose, but I do believe Amigos will have slightly more of an attacking threat than Brotherhood
They're
VN.
pretty like that. You're like the Fezzy Max, aren't you, for Brotherhood
Yeah, I'm
VN?
probably the guy who keeps predicting them to lose and they keep going through. So, if I do that again, I hope you guys make the final.
Gianluigi Zihar says, I can't believe Rojak lost against Tiki Taka. Believe it, girlfriend, because it just
bro.
happened. Shahid goes, Rojak missed overload. He could conjure goals from anywhere. And that's actually a fair point. If you are just joining us, the leading scorer for Rojak, overload, called up to national service today, couldn't play. And I'm sure they won't use that as an excuse officially, but they'll wonder what might have been if he'd have been there.
Of course, just like, how, like I mentioned, Tottenham without Harry Kane is kind of like Rojak without overload. So it is a tough situation, but I thought they performed well. They did well over the 2 legs. But the guy who replaced him today didn't quite. Didn't really get involved.
Had to drop very deep.
It's hard. It's hard for him to step into the shoes of someone like Overload, but he did a decent job.
One thing we're all in agreement on, high-class encounter tonight.
Top quality encounter.
High-class encounter tonight. Do you agree at home? Please nod along with me accordingly. The good news is that's just the first of another 4 after this match nights to come as we bring down the curtain on an incredible One Play Pro Club season that started all the way back on April the 2nd. Remember, our big grand finals this weekend comes up on Saturday and Sunday. The One Play Pro Club Challenge 3rd and 4th and grand final from 10 p.m. on Saturday the 13th. On Sunday the 14th, it's the One Play Sports C Nations Cup 3rd and 4th place playoff at 10 p.m. The grand final at 11, where we start to dish out some oversized novelty checks. The big bucks are on the way, boys. Only the strong survive. Get tough or go home. Here is a reminder of the next games coming your way on the network. Don't miss any of it. We're back with you with the second semi-final of the Pro Club Challenge on Thursday. Amigos of Malaysia against Brotherhood VN of Vietnam to battle it out for the right to play Tiki Taka in the final of the One Play Pro Club Challenge. And less than 24 hours from now, we'll be smosing on over to the east wing of the One Play eSports spectrum for the Sports Hub in the first leg, the Raja Mangala in the second, Singapore taking on Thailand. And are you thinking Singapore are going to get through, Nitin? I've had enough. There is no way, the way that Nasri manages that team with their switching positions and 2 different lineups, they can keep up with the brilliance of the Thai whiz-kid striker, Wang Ping. What's going to happen tomorrow night,
Not
big
just
boy?
Yang Ping. I think Thailand have good quality all throughout their team. What's going to happen tomorrow night? Unfortunately, I have to say this. I do think Thailand will beat Singapore tomorrow. I do see the shift, from Team A to Team B as not a positive. I do think it's a negative, and Thailand will be using most of the same players over the 2 legs, and I do fancy Thailand going through. So no eggs on your face, unfortunately. So sad.
Did you just tip against Singapore?
Yes.
Doesn't happen very often.
I hope you guys win, but my prediction is I think Thailand will go through.
The gauntlet has been laid down. Is the challenge accepted? If Singapore, that squad who I'm sure are listening, and Coach Nasri listening, if you really want to make Nitin Nambiar, the godfather of gaming, the first admiral of FIFA, eat his words, if you want to see me literally smash eggs, raw eggs over my head, all over my nice blue suit on Sunday night, you know what you've got to do. Will it be Thailand or Singapore to get through? We'll find out tomorrow. Join us then. All the fun of the fair. Keep the LSFC coming. Don't forget to check back on the One Play Sports Facebook page for our highlights packages, as we also have created some nice little packages to say goodbye to the teams that have already left us in the One Play Sports C Nations Cup. And we will look forward to seeing you again tomorrow night in the East Wing. Stay safe and realise it's very important to
sanitize.
see you tomorrow, people.